UFC 299, Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera 2 just ended, and this is going to be my post-fight recap for the main event. And Sean O'Malley absolutely destroyed Marlon Vera and just outclassed him from start to finish. Marlon Vera had very, very little success in this fight at all. And it really just looked like Marlon Vera didn't belong in there with him. I know people are saying, oh, this proves the fight from 2020 is a fluke. We'll talk about that later in the video. But O'Malley went out there and absolutely decimated Marlon Vera with his shot selection. Judges' scorecards, 50-45, 50-45, 50-44. I haven't seen the scorecards yet. I'll put them up on the screen if I have them. But I'm thinking that second round is where Sean O'Malley got a 10-8 round. I'm thinking that's where that 10-8 round came from. First round, Marlon Vera didn't land a shot for the first 3 minutes. O'Malley just picking him apart at range, landing straight shots, kicking the legs, landing to the body, switching stances with Marlon Vera. So Marlon Vera really couldn't get that heavy outside leg kick on the lead leg of Sean O'Malley. If Vera was orthodox, O'Malley would be orthodox. If Vera went southpaw, O'Malley would southpaw. He kind of got away from that a little bit later in the fight, but early in the fight, just switching stances with Marlon Vera, so he couldn't really abuse that lead leg with leg kicks. And O'Malley was out leg kicking Marlon Vera in this fight. First round, completely outclassed him in the first round. It wasn't horrible because O'Malley was starting to feel his rhythm a little bit. Marlon Vera landed 2 shots in all the first round and maybe a body kick in the first round. Second round, O'Malley absolutely destroyed Marlon Vera with a nasty knee. He said, I felt something break in his face or something along those lines, and then swarmed him afterwards. Somehow Marlon Vera survives. I mean, I don't even think he was ever super rocked mentally. I think it hurt for sure, but I don't think Marlon Vera was even wobbled. His legs never looked bad, but O'Malley went after him, went on the onslaught. Second round, O'Malley just completely wrecked him. And even at the end of the second round, Vera started to get a little bit aggressive and got caught, I think, with a right hand and got dropped to a knee in the second round. And then the third round, it's just more of the same. The fight was pretty much more of the same, every single round. O'Malley just outclassing him. I think in the third round towards the end, Vera started to get a little bit more aggressive, but still O'Malley just lighting him up on the feet, changing stances with him, kicking him to the body, kicking him to the legs. And O'Malley was super elusive in this fight. He was hard to get hit really anywhere in this fight, especially for the first 3 rounds. The fourth round was Marlon Vera's best round. Marlon Vera started to be a little bit more aggressive. He started to press forward. But to be honest, even though he had some success in this round, he still clearly lost the fourth round. And he kind of looked amateurish. I know I said this was his best round, but it's O'Malley was piecing him up, switching stances, hitting him to the body, had nice straight rights to the body from O'Malley, kicking him to the body, teeping him to the body. And Marlon Vera's just rushing forward, just throwing straight punches. And it's they were looking super sloppy. He had some success in the fourth round, but really, it wasn't all that. It wasn't I feel even saying he had success is a little bit overhyping it because O'Malley clearly still won. There was no grappling in this fight. Fifth round, Sean O'Malley was told in his corner, you're up, just go out there, don't engage. Essentially, that's what he said. You're up, you're up 4 rounds, don't engage, don't get caught. He's going to come out here and look for a finish. And Vera did get aggressive in the 5th round. But I respect O'Malley so much for the 5th round because O'Malley in that 5th round, I think that might have been O'Malley's best round, to be honest. And the cardio that O'Malley showed in this fight was incredible, and he's going to need that cardio if he fights Merab Dvalishvili. But in the 5th round, O'Malley did not coast. He looked for the finish multiple times. I think he landed. It was a right hand in the 5th round. He landed, and Marlon Vera was hurt badly. He was blinking out the eye. I think it was the left eye looked closed. And O'Malley was on an onslaught looking for the finish in the 5th round. I could not believe it. Because I'm oh, they told him to kind of stall out the 5th round. You already dominated the fight. Don't take any chances. O'Malley was taking chances, even got into an absolute slugfest at the very end. And Marlon Vera landed a nasty body shot with, I don't remember, I think it might have been a left hand to the body, landed right to the solar plex. O'Malley, as soon as the fight ended, because it was at literally the last second of the 5th round, O'Malley went and sat down and was kind of recovering from that body shot because it was such a nasty body shot. I didn't even see it live because they were just swinging wildly. But O'Malley just showed that he is leaps and bounds better than Marlon Vera. And there's so much to say about Sean O'Malley's skill set in this fight. The, elusiveness, the fight IQ, the shot selection, the accuracy, the power. I mean, he looked incredible against Marlon Vera. And Marlon Vera, how durable is Marlon Vera? I mean, he looked like an absolute freak after this fight. O'Malley boxed him up badly, ripped him to the body repeatedly, ripped him upstairs repeatedly, landed the right hand at will the entire fight. Marlon Vera was walking in the shots. The knee in the second round, I don't know how that didn't put Marlon Vera down. It was filthy. When they replayed it, it was so loud. It was so loud. And it really was just a striking display for O'Malley. There was really, I don't think there was a single grappling exchange. If I'm not mistaken, the only quote-unquote grappling exchanges there were a couple moments where there was like caught kicks, and I think maybe Cheeto got tripped off of like a caught body kick at some point in time, but there really wasn't absolutely no grappling. It was just O'Malley piecing him up with straight shots, good diversity of attack, variety of attacks, and Cheeto just standing in front of him like Cheeto always does, plodding forward, and just kind of accepting the loss. I know I said he got a little bit more aggressive in the 4th and 5th round. I felt like at the end of the 5th round, like the last 20 seconds, and I know he's emptying the tank now, I felt like he should have tried that a little bit earlier. I don't think it would have worked. He would have had to catch O'Malley, and I think in the 5th, no, it wasn't in the 4th round. I think it was the 4th or 5th round. I think it might have been the 4th, but I can't remember for sure. Vera, when he was pressing forward, he was kind of grabbing the back of the head, but that's not what I'm talking about. That was kind of both the 4th and 5th round. But in one of those rounds, he landed a really good knee on Sean O'Malley. But for the most part, Vera really wasn't touching O'Malley in this fight, just plotting forward, getting picked apart. And it looked like, he was seeing a ghost in front of him. He was just standing there, and then O'Malley would just land nonstop, and then Vera would throw like 3 or 4 shots, and none of them would come close. And if they did, they would just be on the forearms of Sean O'Malley. I wish I could go back and count it. I'm not going to do it, but Marlon Vera landed so little clean shots in this fight. There was very few, I would say under 15 clean shots from Marlon Vera in this fight. Under 15, potentially under 10. Maybe I'm crazy. There wasn't a lot of leg kicks landed from Vera. When he did throw leg kicks, they were checked by O'Malley, so that's kind of a hole in his game that he fixed. O'Malley's just on another level. The striking is just on another level. He had nothing. He had nothing for O'Malley. Absolutely nothing for O'Malley. And I know people are going to say, this is a fluke. This is a fluke, sorry. They're going to say this proves UFC 252 is a fluke. Because Marlon Vera at UFC 252, he brutally chopped the legs of Sean O'Malley, shucked him to the ground, and then flash KO'd him with brutal ground and pound elbows. And then Sean O'Malley was stretchered out of the cage with no serious injury. And I understand where you're coming from. Oh, well, this proves that it was a fluke. That was 4 years ago. You know how much better O'Malley's gotten since then? I don't think this proves that it was a fluke at all. It proves that Sean O'Malley is the way better fighter in 2024. That's it. That was 4 years ago. Do you know how much better Sean O'Malley's gotten since 2020? You know how much better Marlon Vera has gotten since 2020? And I said it in my prediction video. I said Sean O'Malley has gotten a lot better in the same amount of time than Marlon Vera. Even though they've both improved, I'm banking on Sean O'Malley improving a lot more, and that's why I picked him to win this fight by decision. And I really, I had a feeling maybe, just maybe, Marlon Vera would fluke a win somehow. But I even picked O'Malley in the first fight. I thought he was the cleaner striker then. I thought he was going to win that fight then, but obviously he got messed up and destroyed and KO'd. But in this fight, Marlon Vera, there was really no opportunity for him to get it done. He was just outmatched with every possible skill, and he never even changed his game plan. Like, I get the corners trying to get him hyped up, but it's time to go loco. Let's go loco. Yeah, okay, let's go crazy. That's great advice. I mean, Marlon Vera, 2 fights ago, got completely outclassed by Corey Sandhagen. I don't want to say he's a similar striker to O'Malley, but similar level of striker to O'Malley. Corey Sandhagen is one of the most elite strikers in the bantamweight division, and Corey Sandhagen completely outclassed him. And then Pedro Munoz, who lost to Kyler Phillips on the prelims, Marlon Vera barely squeaked by Pedro Munoz. So, that's just, even though, and I've said plenty of positive things about Sean O'Malley. I don't want this video to come off as I'm shitting on Sean O'Malley. I love his fight style. This was such an aesthetically pleasing fight and a great performance from Sean O'Malley. But let's be honest, this was what he was supposed to do. There was not supposed to be any other outcome. If you were picking Marlon Chito Vera, you were just hoping and praying there was going to be a fluke win. He was going to catch him with a head kick on an exit from an exchange or something along those lines. This is what O'Malley was supposed to do to Marlon Vera. This was a set-up fight for a masterclass performance, and that's exactly what we got. And then he goes out afterwards on the mic and calls out Ilia Topuria. Says, I want to get a flight to Spain. I absolutely hate that idea for a multitude of reasons. Because if he fights Ilia Topuria, first off, people are like, oh, he wants the double title. He wants to be a double champion and whatnot. And people act like it's so brave. You're calling for the be double champion and blah, blah. Oh, he wants to go up a weight class. It's not that brave. It's a win-win situation. You don't risk your belt. You go up a weight class. If you lose, you have a built-in excuse. If you win, now you know, oh, I'm a double champion, I can command more money from the UFC. It's basically going into a fight without a potential for a loss, really. Because even if you lose, you go back down your weight class. I do not want to see Sean O'Malley versus Ilia Topuria at all. First off, Ilia Topuria would absolutely fucking wreck Sean O'Malley. I think he wrecks him on the feet. I think he brutally chins him on the feet. I think even if Sean O'Malley outstrikes Ilia Topuria, I think Ilia Topuria would ragdoll him in the grappling badly. And I don't want to see O'Malley get chinned. I mean, I know it's not the same scenario. But did we not just learn from Alexander Volkanovski? I don't want to ruin O'Malley up a weight class in a fight that he potentially really can't win. I don't think he can win that fight at all. I think he's too small for Ilia Topuria. So we're going to ruin him and potentially ruin his chin because, oh, well, it's a win-win situation for O'Malley. Yeah, until you get chinned and then you're never the same again. I want to see active champions in their weight class taking out #1 contenders. So I have no desire to see the Ilia Topuria fight. O'Malley started to say Merab and then kind of said, oh, no, I want Ilia. And then he said, if you guys want me to beat up Merab, I will. So he did say that in the post-fight speech. He didn't really seem like he wanted to mention Merab's name. I don't think he's scared at all. But he just wants that Topuria fight because he's looking at it as a moneymaker, but he's also looking at it as a win-win situation because if he loses, he doesn't lose his belt. He gets to go back down a weight class. But outside of the double championship talk, let's talk about Marlon Vera getting a title shot because this is truly why I'm making a main event breakdown for this because I'm just disgusted, guys. I really am. And this is nothing against Sean O'Malley. I know people are going to think somehow this is biased against Sean O'Malley. I'm tired of these undeserved title shots. We waited months. So it was August when O'Malley won the fight. So it's now been 7 months since O'Malley won the fight. Maybe a little bit less because I think it was mid-August and now I guess it's mid-March. So roughly 7 months since O'Malley won the belt. 7 months to fight Marlon Vera, who didn't deserve it at all. Who I think was ranked number 5, but just jumped up to number 5, should have been number 6. Who was on a 1-fight win streak, barely skirted by Pedro Munoz, who just lost to Kyler Phillips, who's unranked. And 2 fights ago, we got outclassed by Corey Sandhagen. We're giving Marlon Cheetah Vera the title shot. And I already said this before. This is exactly what O'Malley was expected to do. This is what he should have done, and this is what I expected him to do. Instead, we could have had him versus Corey Sandhagen. We could have had him versus Merab Dvalishvili, who is the #1 contender. Should have been Merab. And let me tell you this. Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili is a massive fight. A mega fight. A fight that the fans will get behind. Because the threat of Merab to Sean O'Malley is such a unique threat because Merab, excellent grappler with unbelievable strength and unbelievable cardio. But Merab's sloppy on the feet. And O'Malley has shown to be an absolute sniper on the feet with accuracy and power. That is an amazing matchup. I'm literally just in awe at that matchup. I absolutely love that fight. That's, in terms of realistic fights, I can't think of all of them off the top of my head. I'm more excited for Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili than really any other potential matchup I can think of right now. And again, I'm probably excluding something. It's almost, at this point, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning with the time zone jumping ahead in America. But that's a mega fight in my opinion. And I think it's a fight Sean O'Malley can win. I think it's definitely a fight Merab can win. And it's a very interesting, compelling fight. That's the fight we need to make. We wasted 7 months to watch Marlon Vera go out there and just get styled on. Didn't even look like he belonged in there. Oh no. And then we wasted 9 months to watch Colby Covington go out there and shit the bed and get dominated against Leon Edwards. What a disgrace. I mean, seriously, guys. Here's what we've gotten from undeserved title shots over the past 6 months. We got Colby Covington going out there and not fighting and then making excuses afterwards, pretending he got robbed. Waited 9 months for that. We got Sean Strickland, and this was a little bit of a different scenario. Sean Strickland basically ruining the Israel Adesanya Dricus du Plessis party, even though now we're going to get it anyway because du Plessis just beat Sean Strickland after making him cry on a podcast as well. But still, we ruined that fight with Sean Strickland getting an undeserved title shot because of bad timing. And then now we waited 7 months to watch O'Malley just destroy Marlon Vera. And I love Marlon Vera. This is going to take years off of his career. This was a brutal beatdown, outclassed. I mean, I think at one point a spinning heel kick to the body from O'Malley, spinning heel kick upstairs to O'Malley. I don't remember specifically what rounds because there was so much volume from O'Malley in this fight. I mean, he was piecing up Marlon Vera on the feet. And that's what we got. I mean, instead of the division moving on. I mean, imagine tonight would have been Sean O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen. Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili. Those would have been monster fights in my opinion. At least from a hardcore fight fan. And I really do believe, like I know I'm saying mega fight, like I know people are going to take that as Like, oh, it's going to do crazy pay-per-view buys. That's not even necessarily what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in my opinion, that is a massive mega fight that I must see and I'm super excited for. And like that is, I'm like, oh shit. I can't wait to see that fight. That's what I'm saying. And I think it'll actually do good on pay-per-view. I think O'Malley versus Merab will do good on pay-per-view. I think if Sean O'Malley keeps winning, I think he will be a star. I said that in my video talking about the press conference. That is the fight we need to see. We need to see guys who have earned their title shots getting their title shots. So hopefully the UFC makes some legit sense in the next booking for Sean O'Malley, and they make Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili, because that is the fight to make. I don't want to see Sean O'Malley, and who knows when he's going to be back. He was limping out of the cage. I'm surprised they didn't wheel out a stretcher for him. And then he has a boot on his, I think, right foot. So who knows what kind of injury he has, probably from kicking Marlon Vera, kicking the shit out of him. And who knows when he's going to return. Then he's going to return and fight Ilia Topuria, potentially. I guess it would be in October or November is kind of the rough rumor right now. Who wants to see that? Then Merab is going to fight Corey Sandhagen for an interim belt in the meantime. Makes absolutely no sense. And then O'Malley's going to get destroyed. And then all his hype and, you know, whatever else you want to say is just going to get destroyed by Ilia Topuria. So it makes no sense. Book Sean O'Malley versus Merab. I'm tired of waiting for undeserved title fighters. Title fights where fighters come in and absolutely just get dominated like Colby Covington and in this fight, Marlon Vera. But great performance from Sean O'Malley. Don't want to shit on it too much. Looking forward to his next fight. And this is what he was supposed to do, but he looked very, very good doing it. And I respect him so much for looking for the finish in the 5th round. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out my full card post-fight, which will be done at some point after this. I'll link it in the end card as well as the description as soon as it's done. I'll see you guys in the next video.